Ellie, thanks for taking time to chat with me here at NRF Big Show 2024.
Of course, Tom. My pleasure to be here.
So Ellie, you're the VP of Product at the newly branded Rithum.
Yes.
Great company for dropship and marketplace vendor aggregation networks as well. The aggregation of a couple different companies. So CommerceHub was the 800-pound gorilla in dropship for a quarter century. ChannelAdvisor was the 800-pound gorilla in the vendor aggregation network or supplier experience networks. Merged together to be a 1,600-pound gorilla and added a bunch of other companies in there. Can you tell us about the mergers, the acquisitions, the roll-ups of a lot of different companies and your new go-to-market proposition?
Yeah, I'd love to. So one of the reasons that we did rebrand was to just bring a new fresh start and bringing together all of the companies that we have acquired over the last decade or so, and really be a singular company. So that was the purpose of the rebrand, and yeah, I think the ChannelAdvisor and the CommerceHub acquisition really makes sense because it's the two sides of the marketplaces. Right. But there have been a number of other smaller acquisitions, like Kadera out of the UK that specializes in AI, that we wanted to make sure we were all one unified unit, 1,600-pound unit moving forward.
Well, some of those other gorillas in there, probably 2,000 pounds now. And you acquired Disco for a pretty modern architecture tech stack as well?
Yes, we acquired Disco in 2020, and so a lot of 2020 and 2021 was spent bringing those two platforms together. But those are both primarily focused on dropship. There had been some expansion into additional capabilities like catalog, those types of things on Disco, but it was much more modern architecture that we could build. When we bought it, we realized that we could build a lot more quickly on.
Yeah, it's great, marrying dropship, marketplace, AI, and modern tech stack all into one solution. Yeah. And the numbers are very impressive. Overall, $50 billion of GMV, billion with a B. That's a lot of gross merchandise value between the dropship and the vendor aggregation side of ChannelAdvisor into the marketplace solution. Can you tell us about how the organization has grown through quarter century of expertise in those areas?
Yeah, so I think we were really known for dropship and on the CommerceHub side of the house, and then ChannelAdvisor was really known as the gateway to all of the what we call public marketplaces, right? So really like the supplier product or tool. And so bringing those together, like our goal is to maintain and elevate our position as the largest supplier network. And to me, that's so critical to our strategy because of the fact that when you're running a marketplace, and dropship's not so different from marketplace, you're only as good as your supply.
Correct.
And so doubling down on our supplier efforts and the supplier experience and really making sure that we're offering the supplier like the gateway. We really want to be that gateway to all of the world's channels, whether that's eBay, Walmart, Zalando, or dropship on a more traditional retailer, and everything in between. What we're realizing now, it's just a spectrum. But if we can be that central location to all of the world's channel, like we want to be the strong. We already are, but we want to maintain our position as the strongest supplier network.
It's great that you use the term supplier experience here. At trade shows like this with 1,000 exhibitors, almost everybody's talking about customer experience. Very few people talk about the supplier experience, and then marketplace and dropship is an ecosystem of two sides. You need to manage both.
It really is. And you're only as good as your supply. What you go to these marketplaces are really like platform businesses, and so it's really up to the suppliers to show up in the right way. And we win when they win. So it makes sense.
Yeah. So $50 billion of GMV. How many marketplaces could a supplier sign up with former ChannelAdvisor, now the Rithum solution, and get listed on different marketplaces or different dropship solutions? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so so ChannelAdvisor originally had, I think, 400 plus marketplaces, but now we've also launched our what we call private marketplace or curated marketplace on a lot of our retailers. So add our 1,000 plus retailers plus the already existing 400 or so, 400 plus public marketplaces. We're looking at close to 1,500 channels that a supplier that joins our network could be connected to. And we're also developing a product called supplier or network discovery, where we want to be in the business of connecting those suppliers with all of these channels, and we want to be the matchmaker.
Perfect. That's what a marketplace is all about.
Yeah, yeah. We want to help facilitate those connections.
Well, it's a great solution, great combined entity, and look forward to doing more work with you guys. And thanks for taking the time.
Likewise,
with me,
of
Ellie.
course, Tom, anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah.